Hello and welcome and namaste from New Delhi. I'm Gautam Roy and this is Express News, the show where we get you the day's 100 developments from the nation and the world in under 30 minutes. Let's get going. Prime Minister Narendra Modi launched the Swasth Nari Sashakt Parivar and 8th Rashtriya Poshan Mah campaigns in Madhya Pradesh's Dhar district on Wednesday. The PM also launched the Suman Sakhi chatbot, an interactive digital platform to raise awareness on maternal and child health. In addition, the Pradhan Mantri Matru Vandana Yojana and the Adi Seva Parv aimed at tribal empowerment were also unveiled during this event. Prime Minister Modi also inaugurated India's first PM Mitra Park in Dhar with a vision to make the nation a global textile hub. It will bring the entire value chain from spinning to garment manufacturing under one roof, powered by smart technology, green energy and world-class infrastructure. The PM hailed crores of Indians who are engaged in nation building through their craftsmanship and dedication on the occasion of Lord Vishwakarma's birth anniversary today. Addressing the gathering, the Prime Minister exclaimed that this is New India, one that does not fear anyone's nuclear threats and responds by striking directly at the source. Prime Minister Modi also visited and inspected the camps organized under Swasth Nari Sashakt Parivar campaign in Madhya Pradesh. A mega blood donation drive has been organized to mark the 75th birthday of Prime Minister Modi today. Union Minister Ashwini Vaishnav also donated blood at a camp in New Delhi organized by Akhil Bharatiya Tera Panth Yuvak Parishad. Speaking to the media, the minister extended his heartfelt congratulations to Prime Minister Modi on his birthday. He also called upon citizens to join politics in an attempt to transform it into a medium of service. Blood donation camps were also organized in the Union Territory of J&K to mark Prime Minister Modi's birthday. The camps witnessed a large turnout of people willing to donate blood for a cause. World leaders have extended warm birthday greetings to Prime Minister Modi. The PM received a phone call from US President Donald Trump for wishing happy birthday to him on the eve of his birthday as he's turned 75 today. In a post on social media platform X, Prime Minister Modi thanked Trump and referred to the trade deal talks which have resumed on Tuesday. The PM also said that India remains committed to taking the comprehensive and global partnership between the two nations to newer heights. Several other global leaders have also extended their warm wishes to Prime Minister Modi on his 75th birthday. Leaders of Bhutan, Myanmar and Dominican Republic, Australian Prime Minister Anthony Albanese, Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, Sri Lankan President Dissanayake and Bhutanese Prime Minister Tobgay, among many others, have conveyed their best wishes. In Sri Lanka, special prayers are being held across the country to mark Prime Minister Modi's 75th birthday. The Bohra community in Colombo has organized prayers at the Bohra Mosque, offering blessings for Prime Minister Modi's health and continued leadership. Prayers were also held at Ruhunu Kathragama Mahadevaliya in southern Sri Lanka. The observances highlight not only respect for Prime Minister Modi, but also the enduring bonds between the people of India and Sri Lanka. To mark Prime Minister Modi's 75th birth anniversary, Union Minister for Commerce and Industry Piyush Goyal initiated fortnight-long nationwide public service programs from Mumbai. The events include blood donation, health checkups for all citizens, and these will be carried on till the 2nd of October. Some of the world's most advanced chips powering AI servers, drones and mobile phones will be designed in India. Calling this a significant milestone in India's semiconductor journey, IT Minister Ashwini Vaishnav said that ARM's new Bengaluru unit will work on 2-nanometer chips. The minister further added that the semiconductor mission version 2.0 will focus on equipment and materials which go into manufacturing chips. Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman attended an outreach program on next-gen GST reforms held in Visakhapatnam, Andhra Pradesh on Wednesday. Addressing the outreach program, the minister said that the new GST reforms will save the people around 2 lakh crore rupees by reducing taxes. She also detailed how the new 2-slab tax system of 5 and 18% reduces the burden on people over their daily essentials. Indian and US officials held discussions on trade ties on Tuesday. An official statement by India said that discussions were positive and forward-looking, covering various aspects of the trade deal. It was also decided to intensify efforts to achieve early conclusion of a mutually beneficial trade agreement. The US team of officials led by US Trade Representative for South Asia, Brendan Lynch, held discussions with officials from the Department of Commerce. India rose to the 38th position among 139 economies in the World Intellectual Property Organization's Global Innovation Index 2025, a big leap from 81st in 2015. Indian equity indices ended on a strong note on Wednesday. At close, the Sensex climbed 313.02 points to settle at 82,693.71, while the Nifty was up 91.15 points to reach 25,330.25. The Indian rupee has also risen 28 paise to close at 87.81 against the US dollar. Gold futures maturing on the 3rd of October was priced at 109,336 rupees per 10 grams on the multi-commodity exchange. Silver futures for the 5th of December maturity stood at 125,890 Indian rupees per kg on the MCX. Oil prices eased on Wednesday after rising more than 1% in the previous session. Brent crude futures was down 0.6% to $68.06 a barrel, while US West Texas Intermediate crude futures was also down 0.6% to $64.15 a barrel. Microsoft on Tuesday unveiled a plan to spend $30 billion in the UK over the next 4 years, with half of the amount going towards cloud computing and artificial intelligence infrastructure. It's the largest of several pledges from US tech giants totaling $42 billion. Microsoft said its investment marked the largest financial commitment it had made in the UK. Nepal is observing a national day of mourning on Wednesday to honor Gen Z protesters who died during the violent demonstrations last week. All public offices across the country are staying closed on Wednesday, and the national flag is being flown at half-mast to mark the day. Nepal's President Ramchandra Paudel has prorogued the ongoing session of the National Assembly with effect from Tuesday midnight on the recommendation of the Council of Ministers. In response to Nepal's challenging fiscal situation, the government has decided to cut meeting allowances for civil servants and reduce staff positions by up to 20%. Israel's army said on Wednesday it had opened a temporary new route via Salah al-Din Street to allow people to flee Gaza City, a day after launching a major ground assault aimed at crushing the Hamas. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu said Tuesday that a strike against the Hamas's officials in Qatar last week was justified by the Gulf states' ties to the group. The Israeli Prime Minister also said that Israel will create an independent arms industry that can withstand international constraints. The European Commission will propose speeding up the phase-out of Russian fossil imports after a call from US President Trump. EU Chief Ursula von der Leyen on Tuesday said they discussed additional steps to tighten the pressure on Russia over the Ukraine conflict. Von der Leyen added that the EU executive would soon present its proposals for a 19th package of EU sanctions on Russia since the start of the 2022 Ukraine conflict. Russian President Vladimir Putin made a surprise visit to the Nizhny Novgorod region of the country to take stock of joint military drills with Belarus on Tuesday. Putin met with top war officials at the Mulino training ground, where he was briefed by Defense Minister Andrei Bulosov and his deputy. He said the Zapad exercises were intended to rehearse elements of defending the Union state of Russia and Belarus. US President Donald Trump is in the UK, and in a sign of the pomp and pageantry to come at Windsor Castle, a guard of honour greeted Trump as they stepped off Air Force One at the Stansted Airport near London. Trump and First Lady Melania arrived at London's Winfield House, residence of the US Ambassador to the UK, late on Tuesday. Trump will be greeted by King Charles on Wednesday. Tyler Robinson, the suspect in Conservative activist Charlie Kirk's assassination, made an initial court appearance on Tuesday through a video feed from jail. Utah District Court Judge Tony Graff has said he would appoint a defense attorney to represent Robinson before the next court hearing scheduled for the 29th of September. Christian B., the German man who remains a suspect in the 2007 disappearance of British girl Madeleine McCann in Portugal, was released from prison on Wednesday after serving a sentence on other charges. Swiss Economy Minister Guy Parmelin formally signed a free trade agreement with representatives of the other member states of the European Free Trade Association in Rio de Janeiro on Tuesday. This will enable tariff savings for Swiss companies of over $197 billion per year in commerce with the bloc. The Philippines on Wednesday accused China's Coast Guard of carrying out unlawful behavior a day after it fired water cannons at Filipino vessels near the disputed Scarborough Shoal in the South China Sea. The United States has officially decertified Colombia's counter-narcotic strategy, accusing President Gustavo Petro's government of failing to curb coca cultivation and cocaine production. Thousands of people marched in Ecuador's Cuenca to oppose the Loma Larga mining project led by a Canadian company in southern Ecuador. Protests continue despite President Daniel Noboa declaring a state of emergency to curb them against his decision to eliminate the diesel subsidy. We're taking a quick break at this point. We'll be back with the rest of Express News in just a bit. Stay tuned.
This week on Defense Dynamics, we decode HAL's bold gamble. Can the Sitara trainer transform into a combat fighter? We explain the Great Nicobar project, India's mega push at the Malacca Gateway. We reveal STAR, the supersonic target shaping India's missile mastery. We analyze the B-21 Raider, America's futuristic 6th-gen stealth bomber. Stay tuned for more updates this Wednesday at 8 p.m. IST only on DD India.
Geopolitics and trade deals. Economic challenges amid development. Hard work and the path to prosperity. It's the economy always. Between walkers, money is what money does and says. Supply creates its own demand. Between the bulls pulls and bears tears. When supply chains globalization and India rises to the podium. We'll get you centered with the Economic Brief at 8 p.m. every Thursday on DD India.
Welcome back. You're watching Express News on DD India. I'm Gautam Roy. Let's resume. Uttar Pradesh's Kanpur faced severe waterlogging after overnight rains, causing major disruptions and road hazards across the city. Residents expressed frustration over potholes and poor drainage, criticizing the municipal corporation. In Maharashtra's Jalgaon, heavy and continuous rainfall has caused a flood-like situation in several parts of the district. Multiple areas have been waterlogged and daily life has been disrupted. Secretary of Disaster Management and Rehabilitation Uttarakhand Vinod Kumar said that rescue teams including district administration, NDRF and police have rescued over 900 people while senior officials monitor the situation after heavy rainfall caused widespread damage in the state. According to the Indian Met Department, light to moderate rain with isolated heavy rainfall is expected over Jharkhand, Vidarbha and Chhattisgarh on Wednesday. The Weather Department has also forecast rainfall over Bihar, Sub-Himalayan West Bengal and Sikkim from the 17th to the 20th of September, with very heavy falls likely on Wednesday. In the south, light to moderate rainfall is likely over Tamil Nadu from the 17th to the 19th of September, with isolated heavy showers. Rain is also expected in Kerala, coastal Andhra Pradesh and parts of Karnataka on Wednesday and Thursday. A partial solar eclipse will occur on the 21st of September this year, visible in New Zealand, eastern Melanesia, southern Polynesia and western Antarctica. The eclipse will not be observable from India. The summer of 2025 in Spain has been the hottest on record, witnessing temperatures 2.1 degrees Celsius above the 1991 to 2020 average. This was fueled by climate change and major heat waves, including a record-breaking 16-day stretch. Extreme weather conditions contributed to catastrophic wildfires, a signal of future of even hotter summers as Spain grapples with intensifying climate change impact. In Vietnam, this year's floodwaters are higher than usual, but to the locals it brings fortune over devastation. The rich aquatic resources flushed in by floodwaters are vital for sustenance and provide crucial income for the locals. Dolphins near the coast of Colombia have demonstrated remarkable environmental awareness by voluntarily collecting plastics, bottles and debris from the sea. Their actions were observed by experts at the El Radadero Marine Life Center. First Nations groups in South Australia have called the ongoing toxic algae bloom a cultural emergency. The South Australian government is working with Indigenous groups to address the issue and improve engagement in future responses. A South Australian robotics company is revolutionizing weed control on large farms with the launch of a solar-powered, AI-driven automated sprayer. The precision sprayers target weeds more effectively, offering a cost-efficient solution. On Tuesday, Japan's traditional horseback archery called Yabusame was performed in Kamakura, delighting spectators during the annual festival. Archers dressed in samurai attire demonstrated impressive skill by shooting arrows while galloping on horseback. In Vietnam, artisans are blending ancient skills with modern creativity to keep cultural heritage alive. From bamboo fans to intricate bronze hairpins, these craftspersons are modernizing their creative processes while preserving tradition. Residents and visitors in Park City, Utah, where the Sundance Festival was co-founded by Robert Redford, reacted to his death at 89. A screen legend both in front and behind the camera, Redford passed away early Tuesday at his home in Utah. In Rio de Janeiro, Brazilian police arrested 45 people and rescued 700 exotic animals in the largest operation against wildlife traffickers. The animals were sent for expert care. Russia is relaunching Intervision 2025 on the 20th of September, a song contest seen as an alternative to Eurovision. On Tuesday, the Vietnam Coast Guard assigned 4 female service members to engineering team for a UN peacekeeping mission, marking the first time women have joined a UN engineering team. Osmaniye produces 90% of Turkey's peanuts. In 2025, it's set to harvest 51,998 tons, supporting 3,500 families and 350 businesses. Osmaniye peanut was EU registered in 2024. Biologists in Oaxaca are working to make the Guingola ruins area a protected reserve. Camera traps have captured wildlife like ocelots and coatis, with plans to blend conservation and ecotourism. An Australian designer in Hanoi is weaving a tale of cultural preservation, dedicating 2 decades to Vietnam's vibrant heritage and the art of brocade. An ancient rain tree bonsai in Vietnam has been recognized by the Vietnam Records Organization for its rare artistic form. Shaped as the golden turtle spirit, the tree received a certificate acknowledging its unique design. A new AI-based study has analyzed satellite imagery and revised the estimated wildebeest population in Africa's Great Migration to under 600,000, nearly half the Longhand aerial survey figure of 1.3 million. Thailand is set to remove the red whiskered bulbul from its protected wildlife list, reclassifying the popular songbird as an economic species under strict regulations to safeguard wild populations. The cast of Netflix's Black Rabbit starring Jude Law and Jason Bateman walked the red carpet at its New York premiere on Tuesday, showcasing the thriller set in the city's nightlife. At the London premiere of One Battle After Another on Tuesday, Leonardo DiCaprio praised Robert Redford as an exceptional actor, director and environmentalist, calling his death a great loss. Ed Sheeran treated fans on Tuesday with a pop-up store and acoustic performance in London, celebrating the release of his 8th album Play at the Outer Net. Marie Antoinette's Style exhibition opens at London's V&A on the 20th of September, featuring 250 items including her jewels and final note, and exploring her lasting influence on fashion and film. On Tuesday, King Charles III attended the Duchess of Kent's Catholic funeral at Westminster Cathedral, the first British monarch to do so in 400 years. She passed away at 92, known for her Wimbledon role and Catholic conversion. Justin Bieber, Sabrina Carpenter and Karol G will headline Coachella 2026 with other acts like Big Bang and Young Thug. The festival will take place in Indio, California on the 10th to the 12th of April and the 17th and 19th as well, with tickets on sale the 19th of September. Arshdeep Kaur's new single, Chand Dige We, blends folk and modern sounds, capturing love and longing, out now via Warner Music India. Guddeep Mehendi's Sarji featuring Lauren Gottlieb blends Punjabi folk with urban beats. Out now on music platforms, the track brings festive energy and catchy rhythms. The energetic track Reka Reka from Dhruv Vikram's sport drama Bison Kala Madan is out now, directed by Mari Selvaraj. The folk electronic song features music by Nivas K. Prasanna and vocals by Aribu and Vedan. Kanna Ravi's Veduvan premieres on OTT on the 10th of October. The emotional drama follows a struggling actor who uncovers dark truths while playing an encounter specialist. Sports now, an Indian spinner Varun Chakravarti has been crowned number 1 bowler in the latest ICC Men's T20 International Bowling Rankings. In the Asia Cup, Pakistan is set to clash with hosts United Arab Emirates in a must-win game in Dubai on Wednesday. India's women cricketer Tejal Hasabnis has been named as replacement for injured Jemima Rodriguez for the ongoing ODI series against Australia. Batsmen Tangerine Chandrapal and Alec Athanaze were recalled, while left-arm spinner Hari Pia has been included for the first time in the West Indies squad for an India tour starting in October. Indian pair of Sathik Sairaj Ranki Reddy and Chirag Shetty booked their second round spot at the China Masters with a straight games win in Shenzhen on Wednesday. But in the men's singles, Lakshya Sen crashed out of the tournament after he went down against Frenchman Thomas Popov in the first round. World number 1 Aryna Sabalenka has withdrawn from the China Open due to an injury suffered during her title-winning campaign at the US Open. Defending champions Italy booked their place in the Billie Jean King Cup semi-finals by defeating hosts China 2-0 in Shenzhen. A high-level meeting has been held in Ladakh regarding the construction of the Sports Authority of India Centre and sanctions of other sports projects. Race Day T-shirts for the 20th edition of the Delhi Half Marathon were unveiled by Indian athletes Lily Das and Abhishek Pal in New Delhi. In Major League Soccer, goals from Lionel Messi and Jordi Alba led Inter Miami to a 3-1 victory over Seattle Sounders. Kylian Mbappe's brace propelled Real Madrid to a 2-1 victory over Marseille in their Champions League opener. Arsenal kicked off their UEFA Champions League campaign in style with a 2-0 victory against Athletic Club in Bilbao. Dusan Vlahovic and Lloyd Kelly scored in stoppage time to help Juventus escape as it secured a 4-4 draw against Borussia Dortmund in its UEFA Champions League opener. And Kenya's Faith Kipyegon produced a devastating last lap to win an unprecedented fourth 1500-meter women's race at the World Athletics Championships ongoing in Tokyo. And that's all we have for the moment in this edition of Express News. But for all the latest, keep watching DD India.